There is an uncomfortable truth, I think, looming over the horizon for our defense lawyer pals. And we're gonna delve into that and see if we can come out of the other side as scot-free as possible. So, welcome on back to the very interesting sort of part of the Ace Attorney trilogy. During our Justice for All playthrough, of course, we're into the very, very interesting part, I think, of our Justice for All playthrough. Of course, in the midst of 2-4, and we left off on a bit of a moment, but here is us, hopefully, going to come out of it all right. We'll probably learn some uncomfortable truths along the way. We'll have to wait and see. But welcome in, everybody, in Twitchland, hopefully watching this right now, and as well in your YouTube highlight that we make after the fact. I do thank you for tuning in, whichever you are doing so. If you're in YouTube land and you end up enjoying our video today, then of course you can do all the usual things to let me know. Keep up those metrics and let me know by leaving likes and comments down below, and also feel free to go further with your love and support if you want to check out more of this coming up very soon. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell as well. There's plenty of Ace Attorney coming your way on my end here, for this is part of my chronology playthrough. I'm doing every single one of them, mainline, at least in in-game timeline order. Everything that is available in the collections, we are doing them in this big old playthrough, big old self-playthrough of every single one, and we are having the most interesting of times and fun times with them. So let's go into continue. We are about to start our trial period. We have been graciously given the extension by our kidnapper to go for the not guilty verdict again that they're looking for, but the uncomfortable truth of the matter is, maybe the person we're trying to get off the hook doesn't deserve to be taken off the hook. Maybe it is them all along. So we're in a bit of a dilemma. My poor little Meow Meow Phoenix is in a bit of a pickle here. So we're gonna see if we can't help him to get out of it. But I think readying up as we hit the thing, we should have what I think is going to be a little bit of a dream sequence first, if I have it right. So let's just go and see. Load the data and get ready for dream sequence. How did I get into this mess?
That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright!
Oh god, what have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this!
Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney!
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Bonk!
I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. And that is the dilemma we find ourselves in. Our boy we were trying to get off the hook is actually the person who done it. So we are in an impossible situation as your defense lawyer. You want to get your client off the hook, and in this case, Phoenix really does want to get his client off the hook because it frees his friend from kidnapping. But we find ourselves with the very, very tough knowledge, I imagine, in the situation that the person you are defending is actually responsible for literally everything, and is a little bit of a freak and a mastermind about it. So, yeah, we find ourselves here, and it is not a good place to be. We're gonna see what happens. March 23rd, 9:43 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know if I want to hear some Still Samurai right now. It doesn't fill me with confidence. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright.
Oh, you don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right?
calling me right in front of my face. Oh, God. Oh, if you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me, your precious friend's little life is riding on today's verdict, too. Ah.
Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag I'm not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever!
Phoenix. I think I'm saying this as I imagine who it is probably trying to say to us right now. Phoenix. Phoenix! Mia! But Maya! How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But the guy's a prick! The guy's a prick! I'm meant to defend the prick! I can't smile! You can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it! Please! There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Oh, It's like the curse on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You really mean, pal.
Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you?
They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Huh? Then you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up.
Gumshoe, if you get me something, I swear to God I will kiss you when I see you again.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true. I could do that if I found Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
I have to make the trial last longer?
If you go in it and Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got just like you.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Beep.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Yeah! I've also got you on my side, the person who should be here because you're way better, you're way leveler of a head than I have. God, boss, I wish you were actually here. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it! Oh god. I may end up relying on Gumshoe of all people by the end of this. I love the guy, but I don't want to hinge everything on him, please. Oh well, gotta do it. March 23rd, 10 AM sharp, District Court, courtroom number 3. Alright, bing bong. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands.
The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Yep, we're gonna drag this out as long as physically possible to let Gummy hopefully do the best he can as well. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Bat Person. I've had a very, very good recent International Bat Day or whatever it was. I do hope you enjoyed that.
Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Huh? I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looked like a shell.
Yep, good morning, and lovely, lovely. You had a nice International Bat Day. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for coming along. I hope you have a fun time as much you want to spend here. Oh, of course.
This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say?
Yes, we do.
Yes, Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt On Guard. What a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true.
But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least, until Maya's safe and sound.
I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Well, as I say, you are going in deep and you're going in hard.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
Big Gert Big Man is now in the stand. Gert Big, very nice man, let's say.
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant? Leave your money out of this.
Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Matt! Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. Huh? I didn't know that. But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room. Okay, sure.
He's just Gert Big Man. He did nothing wrong, surely. He's just Gert Big Gentle Giant Man. I feel like there's a hair there somewhere. There's an errant hair somewhere. Have I got it? I've got it. I feel like I'm losing way too much of it. Okay, visits to Matt's room. Testify. Testify your testimony.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Oh, yeah! It was like Phoenix, Maya, and Pearl were the guests of honor for Will Powers, I think, that night. That's the entire reason why we were at the award ceremony show in the first place. So yeah, we would know. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
if one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy... Oh, what were you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation.
Huh?
A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? As I say, use your head.
But I don't want to use my head, particularly if it's on a solid wooden door. I don't think I'll break it down. Anyway, I think the usual thing to do is to get everything in order. So, press everything. You know the strat we do here. As always, we like hold the flavor text. So, you went to the Matt's room after your reward ceremony. Hold it! The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of. And I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright! What is that? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer! No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me! Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy!
Oh, well... Your big man is... so much cowardly lion energy. He just needs a little courage. He needs a little courage.
Also, every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate to continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then? Hey, wait a minute! When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here?
It's de facto position for you, Phoenix, and you've been in this gig for how long? It's you've not realized that's like how people de facto treat you. Just gotta let it slide. There ain't much you can do to stop that image for yourself, unfortunately. Anyway, Matt was standing there in front of his room in the Nickel Samurai costume. Yeah, that corroborates.
Hold it! Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room?
Talking with someone, you thought it was the bellboy at first, okay?
Hold it! At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one.
Right, interestingly, that might tell me when I press something else later on, that might come back to be more prudent later. So I think I might try just going through everything first, and then going back to that just in case one of the later thingamabobs procs something to happen on number 3 part, so we'll come back to that. You watched the two of them for a while, gave up and then went back. Okay.
Hold it! You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip?
Well, but that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think.
Couldn't make them wait for me because you had guests, ergo me! Hold it!
So who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further.
Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyperstate. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my theory. Something that was said later about... Particularly I think for this one here. Notices and says that Bellboy was given a tip. And it's only natural to give a bellboy a tip. So let's see if I remember something else now. Okay, let's go for it. What do you mean by that? What do you mean at first? Didn't think it was a normal bellboy. Why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my better know!
Hey, wait a second!
Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated...
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Oh, yeah, that's it! You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor?
This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right?
Yeah, kind of. I think we want that.
Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
Alright, elaborate please. Hold it! So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all.
It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about.
Which one? I mean, it is painfully obvious to see who that person is as the bellboy, who that person truly is. I think it's painful to see. Turns out that they do a lot of like bellboy and butler services, allegedly, because I think we've seen that similar figure and head type before. Should we do the face first, or inquire about how much money do you think it was for just a tip? I think we'll do the tip first, just in case. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much?
Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash? That's not just a tip. I'm sorry.
Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us.
More flavor text as well. Have to wait and see. Before we consider that things might go wrong here, let's do a confidence save at this point. I'm gonna object. Objection!
The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Objection! Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
Oh, he's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all of my hard work.
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Huh? Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida. Then the bellboy the witness saw? Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now! Nay. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? Side-eyes Phoenix across the way.
Edgeworth, why are you looking at me like that?
I have here the card Shelly the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelly the Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelly the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Oh god, what? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away.
Go on, Mr. Cowardly Lion Man, we love you. Now go away before we testify a second time. Here is the second time, as it were.
This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I meant Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out to the victim's room? And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha.
This is no laughing matter. Get chided, Phoenix. Get absolutely chided. From beyond the grave, let's not forget here. Get absolutely chided from beyond the grave. Wow. Only in an Ace Attorney game could this happen. Somebody died, right? Yeah. We are having a literal trial of a murder here. You couldn't think to be just a little bit more courteous? Yes. Someone died, right? And someone is in danger of dying. True. Truth. Anyway, press everything, because we always do. You had to go to the bathroom. That's why you're in the hallway. Hold it! And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. And that's when Bellboy ergo tequila, came out of Juan Corrida's room. Hold it! Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah.
And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all.
But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt.
So which room did the bellboy come out of? Of course you meant Juan Corrida's room. Yes, of course. Hold it! The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the room with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? I love to see a man squirm, says Edgeworth. The bellboy did seem kinda out of place. How? Hold it! So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin?
Well, maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Look, I'm trying to do the mantra, okay? At the worst of times is when lawyers put on their biggest smiles.
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree. That is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or...
I mean, if you let it slide, that's not prolonging the trial, which is obviously what we want to do, so, try and pull a fast one! Be cheeky! Be a cheeky little girl. There is nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really is.
There really isn't! Oh, yes there is! Oh, no there isn't! Mr. Phoenix Wright turning this into a pantomime court. I love it. Objection! If you two are done being school children or Widow Twanky at the bloody pantomime, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well, this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir. I thought it was kinda strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest's room empty-handed.
So that's what it was before, I think so, yeah. Alright, keep pressing. Hold it! So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed?
Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it.
Juice? What kind of juice was it?
I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice.
If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh?
Sounds like another job for the court record. To the court record!
Shall I see if I have something for that now? Something that proves that... something that proves that they might have left something about or whatever like that. Well, it's... Well, we found the wine glass, but it was filled with juice, and it has Andrew's fingerprints on it. I wonder if there is something about... Well, the juice bottle is right there. I'll have to wait and see, I guess. We'll come back to that one. Let's finish off here. You have to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Hold it! Please don't be so quick to judge.
But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief.
Huh, well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent.
That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that ball boy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us.
But he really is the assassin, you know?
Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Cheap, dirty tricks, cheap, dirty tricks. Right, let's have a look at this one again. It's suspicious for him to be empty-handed. When you first saw him, holding a tray in his hand. Does that look like the wine glass is already filled with something already? Bottle of juice in the wine glass. Pretty sure it was tomato juice. Come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed. Some sort of proof as to why the killer would come out of the room empty-handed. Cheap tricks, you know, dirty tricks done dirt cheap. That's what we need to do. Right, go. Something that proves that no, it was not strange. Let's get a look again. Yeah, so it has to be something in here. Right then. That was found at the mansion. That's not gonna help us. We need something that was found at the hotel. Right after the murder. Don't see anything suspicious there. They won't help. I don't think that helps. Is there something in the crime scene that proves against it? I wonder. Or the... Now, recalls the victim's room. I wonder what profiles we've got. Says he's the butler of Ungod Mansion in this one, but for some reason I get the feeling we've met before. This is... yeah. Somewhere. Yeah. Is it something to do with something in the hotel that proves... I wonder... I mean, what do we have? We have a hotel guide map. That unfortunately doesn't go to... what is it? Doesn't go to... anywhere in particular. Or it doesn't show us what the bathroom is that would prove it. That would prove it, you know, to be awkward like that, so... Oh, that's actually very obvious. That's actually very obvious. Gonna load some messages, so that's fine. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of obvious. So he came in. If we just press this again, we can see. I'll give you the thought as to why. When you first saw the bellboy, that is the glass and the bottle of juice with the all on top of the tray that he's holding. And then if we go back to court record and check out crime photo, the entirety, all three of those things are in the room. Wine glass, tomato juice bottle, and tray. All three of those things are there. All of those things are there in the crime scene, so that's actually very easy. Strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest's room empty-handed when he's literally just done the room service he was like told to do, sets the entire tray down. Maybe he'd take the tray with him, or would very easy to just like set it down and do something like that. Yeah, that's actually okay. Yeah, that's actually very easy. I just didn't use eyes. So yeah, the fact that we can see all three of the things that he was holding in the scene that Powers saw outside the room: wine glass, tomato juice bottle, and plate. When he did the room stuff, he essentially did the room stuff and just left everything in the room. Yeah, easy. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was a bit difficult to do. I just didn't use my eyes. Objection! Mr. Powers.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and
Look, you can't just assume that everybody with stitches in their head is an assassin. That's a dangerous path you walk down, Powers. And not everybody is a thief. So, a baseball has stitches! Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? That's a stretch of a reference to make Phoenix, but we'll roll with it.
Well, there's also, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is the crime scene?
There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
But
That would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. No. Oh, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time?
Mr. Edgeworth, help please.
Yes.
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry.
What is with him? Why is he laughing?
Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say, empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
The bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves? Why didn't you mention them earlier? That's a cool fashion statement. Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Oh, boy, does this really make the bellboy look suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here.
So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So, a football is made of leather.
Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? Alright, that's one step too far, Phoenix. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. It seems we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. God, don't look so happy about it, Will. My God.
Now go away before I meet you a second time!
Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kinda saw that all by accident.
Some accident? I'd say you saw too much! And all of it was suspicious to high heaven.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy.
Alright, which we will do, because we are getting short on time before our first ad break of the stream, so we are going to be doing that right about now. It's time to break and turn off and have a bit of a rest before we move on with more of the testimony and cross-examining. So, yep, right about now, we do our usual hourly ad break. We stop playing the game, go to the break screen, make sure that you don't miss anything, and give you a chance to get up and do some self-play if you need to right now if you're watching this in Twitch land. If you're watching this in YouTube land, then no worries, you can feel free to watch straight after because there's no break in the highlight. But I will say this is a good time if you want to pause the video, go do your own self-care, and then come back to us later. That's a great idea to do. So, we come back, and we break down more of Mr. Cowardly Lion Man's testimony. We will do our best and see if we can get any further in this case. So I'll see you back here, and we'll do that in a few minutes' time. See you then. Alrighty then, there is a cowardly lion at the witness stand. We are going to, unfortunately, have to put through a little bit more scary cross-examining times, but that's just what we have to do because we're scary defense attorney. We have to do it. But hi! Thank you for coming back to us, and hope you had a pleasant break if you took one, of course. Whatever the case may be, I hope you're ready for some more. If you're enjoying this in our YouTube highlight, then don't forget, you can leave a like and comment down below to let me know if you enjoyed it. And of course, if you do like what you see and want to go further with your love and support, consider hitting the subscribe button and hitting the bell as well if you want to catch up on future uploads of this, hopefully getting sent to your inbox as well, and just be generally a nice person and support the channel. All that would be super helpful and appreciated. So thank you very much for that. Right, we gotta get to pressing. The bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door after leaving Juan's room just like that. Right away you say, okay. Hold it! Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, well, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye in a sort of a sneaky, spy-like,
I knew he was spying! And not in the cool dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun way, it's just... Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Gave something to the person inside the room. Ooh, is it actually? That could be interesting. Is it actually Matt inside the room, or is it somebody else inside the room? That's a thought. Because that's what Adrian did. She put on the costume. Right? That's the point? Or are my timelines mixed up? Nah, it's just a thought that crossed my mind. Anyway, keep going. Hold it! I said hold it! Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ooh, what would be the most interesting thing to do? So the testimony was gave the person inside something. I don't know if he's had a great look at who might be inside the room, but one thing he could probably very clearly talk about is this something. Let's go that way first. He gave something to this person?
Yeah.
And what was this something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
But this implies that something was removed from the scene of a crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kinda small.
This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was.
I'll try,
In the meantime, let's talk of another point. Namely, what did the bellboy do next?
Oh, so we, after we gave the person inside the room the thing,
This might be another case of once we, press on something else, then, we'll get the info we need to go back to number 2 with. We'll see. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. Okay, hold it! Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Unguard's room?
He opened the door to Viola Hall, went in there, and who knows what after that, right?
I do. He went on to do further naughty things like the naughty boy he is, yes. After that, you went to the bathroom and then back to your seat. Hold it! Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing.
What? He saw something else?
There was this jittery alien with a ray gun,
Otherwise known as a very old bag and very strange behaving lady, yes. Who may as well be an alien by this point.
It was watching once though, like some sort of stalker.
I think we can forget about the alien. I think it's for the best. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now is just as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Talk about a lose-lose situation. Very much indeed. So yeah, he gave something to the person inside the room. Okie dokie. Maybe try going back to it now. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. That one, again. Okay. You said hold it. Yep. What was it? You should be more... Right. You gave something. Do you remember better? It was something kind of small. Okay. Maybe I've got to do it a different way and ask about maybe who the person was inside the room. Let's try that. Right, let's go ask about the person inside then. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received this item, all you could see was this person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Let's see. I think it was. No. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
We will check if we have something that is wooden and statue-like after we do the pressing. Hold it! A statue?
Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know?
Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm gonna have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. You're gonna have to trust your instincts on this one and take a chance, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that?
No need. Right, let's see if I have something... Oh, before we do. We always like confidence saving. It's a good thing to do. Do I have something that's small, wooden, statue-like? A wooden, bear-shaped figurine is covered in many thin cuts. Let me just double-check first. That is our first point of call. Okay, I have nothing else that is small, wooden, and statue-like, so this must be it. Process of elimination, really? Gee, I wonder when you see this one first, like, yep. Objection! Gee, I wonder. Crickets. More crickets.
What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up!
It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is gonna happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out!
But please, be, you know, hygienic about it. Don't actually spit. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it! That's the something! Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out!
I recall we found this at Matongard's mansion.
The defendant's house?
What does this mean? It means that after Mr. the Killer did his business at hotel, used On Guard's place as a safe house, maybe, and thus brought the bear back with them. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that's likely. It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. And the bear being found at Mr. On Guard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt On Guard is the killer's client.
Order, order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah, tell me about it. Sorry, Mia.
No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
Oh, I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think that it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that.
I just saw that I have a health bar for this particular question, so it's time to do the confidence save.
All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
I think the testimony is fine. The person who received the bear, or the bear itself? I'm torn between either one of these. 'Cause, I mean, it could be any Tom, Dick, and Harry who carried it back to the mansion. Even though if it was on guard's mansion, it might likely be on guard to have done it. But, yeah. Well, I've done the confidence save anyway, just in case this is the wrong thing to do. Hello, Yeti! Oh, is that like a dancing ice cream cone or something? Invisispin. Oh, it's a little ghosty friend doing it. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, let's try the figurine itself first. But again, I have confidence saved, just in case this is the wrong thing. Let's see. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear? Mr. Wright? This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh! I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion. Somebody else, probably ergo Mr. Assassin Man, was using Ungard's mansion as a safe house. Yeah. Oh, why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken his bear home. Phew, that's a what? You haven't got the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. The killer and Ungard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Ungard Mansion as its butler. Oh, what a bold move! The bear figurine was brought back to Ungard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. Oh, this is too much. Is there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to... confidence save first? Yes. And then we'll continue. I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. What? There is still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? So it wasn't wrong, but it's brought us back to this. So I guess this has to be the way we go around to do it again. So I've basically just done a big old loop, haven't I? So let's try... Who actually took the bear? Because we've got evidence and knowledge that we've seen different people in a Nickel Samurai outfit. So I wonder if the timelines are going to add up. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's go. There is one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of...
Eh? Huh? Oh, what is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Yeah. Sorry. Actually, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What the? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it.
You've got to be kidding!
Are you sure if that's Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Powers, what are you doing to me? You're killing me, Smalls. You're meant to be a big man with a heart. That seemed pretty heartless, for me in particular.
Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave. Yet again.
Oh geez, how many times is that today? I've lost count. Call me like 6,000 feet under by this point.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai.
Yeah, but I'm thinking...
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client, who hired the assassin to commit the murder, was Mr. Matt on guard.
Sorry, I feel a sneeze coming on. Sorry. There we go. Bloody hay fever. Sorry. Sorry about that.
I see no reason for the trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright? After you've confidence saved? Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Well, do I? What should I do? I mean, one is a surefire game over situation. I've got to say something, don't I?
I will now address my objection!
There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I left is this one dirty trick. And what he does next will shock you. Tune in to find out more! God. I mean, we're continuing right after it anyway, so, yeah. If I took the break right there, then, yes. That would have been a perfect time to do that just sort of joke, but yeah.
Your Honor! Right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I am saying, it is possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. That's all you have.
Yeah, shut up, Edgeworth.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Confidence save again. Sorry. I know I'm doing this quite a lot, but this feels like it's getting big. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer?
Well, I mean, we tried to put it on a certain person right at the start. Right at the start, if we were to think that we wanted to get you under the thing. So is this a facade of a facade? Is that what we're going to try and blog our way through? I feel like it might be. All comes back to you, unfortunately.
Take that! Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt on guard for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Huh! Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. Engard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, the defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Engard's mansion? It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell our guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's the murder of all things.
This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order! Order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Huh? Mr. Wright, even you must have thought if strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. Maybe he's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to Engard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
Dun 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 dun.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witnesses in that time. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, it's getting tasty.
Tasty, thick, and juicy, and quite delicious. I'm loving it now. March 23rd, 11:54 a.m. Disregard defendant lobby number 3.
Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay!
Mr. Knack!
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power?
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe!
Hey, how's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found someone to latch onto.
Ooh, that's good, pal.
And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but,
What? We don't have any more time!
if we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught?
Who on earth said this words? A tent.
Huh? A tent?
I don't know who's saying this. I can see a circus tent. Oh. Oh, alright, okay. So let's read all those lines again.
A tent! I can see a circus tent!
Mamiya!
It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away!
She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away.
Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The very big circus.
Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
Well, what? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map about 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry!
And I could see a mailbox under the window just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox!
Okay, what else?
Well, what else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. I felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so.
I heard them. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia! Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Gumshoe, please hurry.
Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix?
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer.
You gotta do what? I gotta believe! That's what we gotta do. Yep, get that popcorn ready, it's gonna get tasty. March 23rd, 12:05 PM, District Court, Courtroom number 3. Right back into it. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Yeah, we put a lot of people through the ringer in this entire case, let's be honest. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
Alright.
Why? Why does she...
It is a very good question. Why does she know about this bear? There's so many bear puns about to come out my mouth here. It's a very good question, but sometimes it doesn't bear to think about. I can't bear this trial any longer. And everybody just hecks off because they're tired of my jokes already. I get it. Alright, testify about the bear figurine, please. Give us just the bare necessities, please. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. She'll stop now. It's fine.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box by just looking at it.
The bear is an elaborate puzzle box jewelry case. Interesting.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I'm going to try and take apart this bear now.
And now the judge gets entertained for the next 2 hours. It'll be great.
It looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
There's something to bear in mind. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Hey, I know this is a serious bit of the game, but we can have still a little bit of fun, can we not? I think we can. This is an elaborate puzzle.
In comes Professor Layton. That reminds me of a puzzle. Hold it.
A puzzle?
That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So, what kind of puzzle is it exactly? It's one of those things where if you know the correct order, you can only assemble it one way and then disassemble it the same way, but just in reverse order. And only if you can figure it out will you figure it out. Hold it! So you can take it apart. And how would one go about doing that?
Well, you first turn its tail to the right, and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Ooh, this is most interesting.
Oh, a boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I'll just be here for the next 3 hours.
I think he's finally lost it. Took him all this time, yeah.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
Let the judge have some fun, Phoenix. He was only 5-year-olds once. He was only 5 years old once. He can indulge in his child self again. You know, growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. That's the thing, yeah. That's all I was like to say. The center is small cavity with just enough room to store a small thing. Okay, hold it! And how do you know about this?
I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
But let's continue with your testimony.
If you don't know the order, you can't solve the puzzle. Hold it! So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there were many people with the same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Uh-huh. You can't tell it's a jewelry box just by looking at it, uh-huh. Hold it! Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box?
I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Ungar didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm gonna get for now. Figurine updated! A wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Corrida and Andrews know how to open it. As far as we know.
Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize...
Huh?
that there is one very important fact that we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside the box? As some people might say, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness,
Yes?
you are the only one who can open this. Please.
Go like this, and a few hours later.
There is a painful silence hanging around the courtroom. All our eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart.
I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
A thought just clicked into my head. I think we're not going. I think this truth is going to shock us all. The bear carried very dark secrets. I think it's gonna be.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? Huh? It's the suicide note. A suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impax.
Oh god, we see this again. I'm so sorry you keep having to see this image. It might be uncomfortable. I just can't tell you when it's coming up again. So, yeah, there's your warning. I'm so sorry.
Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impact had very beautiful handwriting. And she'd just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting time to join DBL, but welcome in regardless. Yes, we have just uncovered the final actual location. I mean, probably wouldn't call it terrible, but definitely an interesting time to join right now. It is getting very, very juicy now.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the note?
That's right. At least, that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it. For her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well.
I think I should swap this to what maybe Celeste would sound like. Oh my god, what if the judge puts on an accent while trying to read this note? Like,
Am I doing a good job? Are you getting immersed in the scene?
like, Judge, this is not an appropriate time for silly voices, please. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her notes, Celeste Impact left us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Corrida and On Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. Okay, it's just an abbreviation of it. We don't actually get the words, you know,
as written in the note.
And that whole mission pack had to say...
We get spared the judge doing a silly voice. we get spared that, luckily.
There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word! Matt On Guard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
Celeste's suicide note added to the court record. Found inside the bear puzzle figurine. Tells of On Guard's horrible misdeeds. It's On Guard's fault that that woman killed herself.
And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that.
How terrible! What a selfish person!
I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend those creeps too.
There is no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
Yes, but hear me out first. Phoenix be like, hear me out first. If this happens, then I'm never gonna see my best friend ever again, please. Ugh. How am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Gonna make a John of that as well as save my progress because my god, I feel like I am in very much Danger Town right now. I'm on the highway to the danger zone, but not like the Top Gun way. I'm just screwed! Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those.
The gavel is already in the judge's hand! Phoenix, hurry!
The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? Oh god.
Oh man, which one would make the most sense? God, which one would it be? Which one makes the most sense first? Nah. If only I had like an idea of what the game would be, then led down to give us notes about if I was to do one or the other. I mean, we kind of have to blag either way, so... God, if only I had a more solid idea of what the game would be like after which one we choose. Which one really makes sense first? I mean, I've already confidence says if I somehow get it wrong, it'll be fine. So I guess I just made myself a safety net for this one. I think we can go one way or the other way from not too far back, so that's fine. Let's go for the note first, then. In that case, objection. Nah, you see, we're on game time rules here. So long as me, the player who has the agency, says that we're not ready yet, then he will hold his gavel for as long as I say, because I have the player agency here. I am the one who plays. I am the one who controls things around here. Thank you. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it.
It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook.
I think Your Honor believes that Matt on Guard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Madame Guard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. I mean, that is a very good point. Ooja! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Well, it was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one.
Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
Mia, there's always a but with this, isn't it? Such is my life. Ha! I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means for spying. Spying? Do you mean in the cool beep 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 way? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession! Merely in your court record, but actually in your possession, I don't know. Matt on Guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on Guard. Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities? Well, sort of. Short of it's not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Gumshoe's Bug Sweeper! By the way, Mr. Wright, the defense fingerprints are found on this camera. Mattergod's fingerprints were on there?
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence? Oh, Lord. I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. On Guard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that.
Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the back killer guy? Shh, stop, don't look at him. Don't do it. The way he's sweating is just so... nasty. Phoenix.
Yes, Chief?
Help! Have you figured out what you're gonna do next yet?
What I'm gonna do next? Does running away like a frightened child, crawling into a ball and crying after I've gone to get some comfort hamburgers and then eating them while I cry myself to sleep in my room after changing my identity? Is that what I'm gonna do next? Maybe it might be.
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case. But, in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia? You know! Why aren't you doing this case for me?
There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Something that he should investigate. Interesting to think. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when we had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Just let me know, Mia! Is this that? I think the fact that she's ghost and spirit Mia is getting to her head. Like, she can only talk encrypted speak. Like, she can't talk straight away. She can't talk straight to the point and tell me what the evidence is. You just gotta do it in riddles so that only you can figure it out for yourself. Like, Is there like penalty points in here? Is this why she's holding herself back? Like, there's secret penalty points in the courtroom for having a spirit of a deceased person literally give you the answer. Is there penalty points in the judiciary system for this in this country? I think there might be.
All right, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about?
I mean, I should know. I guess I should know first before we try going on here. I think it's any of that. Is it the fact that you've set the spy, you've put evidence in for the spy camera that you've neglected to mention how is even this stuff even seen? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Just or is it since we've gone one way and we just got it? Or is it actually? I mean, it might be the note itself if I think about it. Well, I've done a lot of confidence saving. In fact, I'm just going to do it again here, just in case. So it's closer to the punch.
Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go?
Never let it go, because that's gonna be game over for you, buddy. You gotta present evidence. You gotta present something. Come on now. I have an objection, Your Honor.
That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection! Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said?
So you're telling me that I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Like, get to know this really properly. I think all points are really gonna tend towards this because it's like you gotta get into the nitty gritties of it really down there. Maybe there's something more to the tale that's hidden in there, but yeah, maybe that could be the thing that we do. But I shall ponder this. And we'll chase it up when we come back from the break, because it is nearly time to run our next ad break, so we're going to do that right here, right now. If you need to go and do some stuff now, Twitch land, it is a great time to do it right now. YouTube land, of course, you can continue watching freely afterwards, because we always cut the breaks out of the highlights. But if you need to do some your own self-care, now is a good time to pause, go do that, and then come back to us. Then that is absolutely fine to do. So yes, we figure out what the thing that Edgeworth overlooked could have been when we come back from the break. I'll see you in a few minutes. Have we figured it out then? I believe there's a thought that crossed my mind while I was thinking about this during my little break time. But we're gonna get things going. So welcome back. Thank you very much for your patience. If you took any break times in our live stream, of course, the one on the YouTube highlight. So yeah, welcome back to you if you're just watching straight from the last little bit. And if you are liking what you see, of course, do let me know with the like and comment down below if you really enjoyed what you see here. And if you did and want to go further with your love and support, we always like it if you consider hitting the subscribe button and hitting the bell down there as well. They're very, very helpful and appreciated. So, the thought that crossed my mind about us having the suicide note in our hands now. I did notice that we were very, very, very quick to judge that it was legitimate handwriting. I mean, it is just handwriting, but what if it's handwriting that is designed to look like somebody else's handwriting? Ergo, i.e., in other words, this is a forged suicide note. I think probably Phoenix thinks that Edgeworth was too quick on the draw to say, "Oh, isn't Celeste's handwriting absolutely beautiful? She even signed it, have a look." What if everything was forged? That's the thought that crossed my mind. Let's go into it then. Take that! That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed! Oh! So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake?
Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear?
How dare you!
Objection! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. Objection! But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt On Guard.
I did no such thing!
Objection! Right! If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Objection! No! I won! Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note? It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible!
This isn't good, Phoenix.
The judge is gonna carry its trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt! That's just a lawyer trying to buy more time!
On Guard is guilty! Look, any idiot can tell you that!
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty! 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 Yay! Yeah! Yeah!
What is that sound?
It's Gumshoe!
Hello, Gumshoe!
What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
What?
I'm sorry, pal, I really am. I don't know what else to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you, I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
That we found this hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry, I just need a little more time.
But...
Don't tell me we don't have any more.
Guilty! Guilty! Listen, Gumshoe! Listen to this! Do you hear that? They're calling for his head!
Mr. Wright, I can't... For us to come this far and... Oh!
Well, what is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth!
I can't do that! Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls off the... Hold on, Your Honor! Edgeworth, catch! Take that!
Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you got to buy us some more time!
Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law! I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time, I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Yep, exactly. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But would it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor, listen to the good boy! Listen to my husbando! That's my husbando right there! Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take another 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go. After all that shouting, I do need to have a bit of a sip.
Yes, indeed.
March 23rd, 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Right! Well, what's going on with my situation? There's a killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Beep. Report!
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time. Just spit it out.
Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away.
A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence?
Oh, I thought you would ask, pal.
What?
I've got the things you left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really? That's odd. Any items that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
But we don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I got to put the law on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope it doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of junk car, I say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
Oh, alright. Just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having the ball. I'm pulling on all the stops and running every red light.
Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something on Monon that will be decisive enough to end this. Wait a minute, did Gumshoe say he was running every red light? I don't think I could have timed that more perfectly, and unfortunately, the timing was too perfect. Oh no! Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe? Answer me!
No one can stop me.
What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help! But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Oh, why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? Who was it that literally had Gumshoe in her sights pretty much ever since she came into our lives here? Who was the person that would like to have such a command over any investigating that involves Gummy in such a way to plant a tracker that would go off every time she was in the vicinity, as if to warn Gummy, like, are you not doing your job properly? Because you're about to get whipped if you're not. Get ready for it. There is a way. That's right! There is a way! What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this! Do I have the... I don't know if I have the transceive... Only goes to the name. So it's not that transceiver. So rather than a thing, it's a person we need to talk to. Take that! Why are you bringing up Franziska at a time like... Oh, I see! I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Franziska? Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pitting the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right.
It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict?
It's Prosecutor Edgeworth here.
Yes, bailiff.
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
Oh boy! I knew something, like during that exchange, I knew something bad was going to happen as soon as Gummy said, I'm running every single red light to get there. I knew something bad was going to happen. Hot diggity damn. Anyway, save your progress. Yes, I shall indeed. And it did say to be continued. Yeah, I've got time. Right the heck now! March 23rd, 2:35 PM, District Court. Courtroom number 3.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Miss Edgeworth?
The forgery theory. It holds water.
That is... It's nothing, Your Honor.
What is wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
What? Oh my god! I mean, what? Yes!
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake.
Dun 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 dun!
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impact, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida.
Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard.
However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible.
This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. I mean, this is a choice where we have a health bar for it. I've got a confidence save. Yeah, the reactions are like, we're all being so super duper shocked right now. Hype shock. Like, oh, we're hyped, but we're also shocked. Yes, indeed. Must be something to it. I've got to figure out what it is.
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake.
Surveillance. Anything to do with the surveillance. Was running for an hour at the time of murder. Would have seen if they tried to get into the note itself, or the note was put into the bear puzzle for the first time. Yeah, anything to do with any of the surveillance that was in the room where the murder happened, literally. I think that's gonna be it.
Take that! What is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, it's a very small one, but,
Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Says the guy who was spending like 3 hours trying to solve a bear puzzle. Like, says you. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? Ah. If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? Ugh. How the turns have tabled, Edgeworth! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. As you figured? As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Excuse me. Adjusting my chair quite a lot today. I get comfortable in it sometimes. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call the witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder. That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? Yes, go on, who is it? Who knows who hired Shelley the Killer but Shelley the Killer themselves? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer? Oh, wait! Shelley the Killer? Yep. It's going crazy right now. You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Well, I mean, do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and, your occupation, please. Like, how the hell they're doing this is just absolutely hilarious to imply they just got a giant-ass radio transceiver in here. Just to imply that, like, wow. Wow.
Because of course we can't bring the man, the myth, the legend into view right now for him to remain in his very mysterious, unidentified state, of course. Well, this is gonna be fun.
Very good, sir. My name is Shelly the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
I say! Oh, what is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got early was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelly the Killer.
I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry.
Maya! Maya! Her voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. They've got my girl, for God's sakes! We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem we have too many choices under the circumstances.
Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida.
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well.
Oh, this is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream.
Shelly the Killer. What is he gonna say? Oh boy, it's time for a very interesting testimony to happen here. Alright, about the client.
There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
You best be understanding something here, everyone in this courtroom.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
Oh, while he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his client and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next. So stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
Try not to lose your head this time. Like you have done for the past, however long this court session has gone for, the past, 5 hours.
Try not to lose your head.
Right then. You must first something state. Go ahead. Hold it! We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's...
I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means?
Sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
That's only because you don't know about my situation. Oh, God.
Okay, next one. Hold it! The trust between you and your client?
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me.
But couldn't somebody stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened before, but if it ever did,
Yes?
that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly,
That's enough, please. No more. I am about to poop myself. Please don't.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway.
God, this is gonna be so interesting to continue later, and I know that. This is gonna be so fun and interesting. Probably very confusing as well, because naturally, but I'm gonna enjoy it nonetheless. Hold it! That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them.
It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
Oh, no, I didn't say anything. I'm too young to die.
The judge had better watch himself.
Actually, is anybody else in this courtroom? My god. Okay. Last one. Hold it! We understand, so please tell us the name of your client.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
Ah, that egomaniacal.
It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you.
Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all the extra fluff, just tell us the name already!
Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand this mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're gonna have to work to get to him to talk.
I'm not his therapist, you know.
Oh wow, this time I've actually got to get him with something. How on earth do I get the killer with something? To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. This feels like the one that's jumping out to me immediately. Sort of peddling between statement 2 or 3 to have something to present for. Do we have something that disproves that this time he may have broken his own code as an assassin? Do we have something to break that? I mean, the theory is that the entire reason he's talked to us in the first place is because he doesn't trust his client. That's the whole reason he's involved himself in this whole situation in the first place. That could be something. Is there anything else? Maybe the picture card? Nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. This is the reason I am here on this witness stand. That might also be used to, like, disprove that, maybe? Because, yeah. We pressed everything, got no new details out of it. So we've got something that disproves it's something that he says. That's the reason I'm here on the stand, because nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. This is interesting. Maybe it's like before. Maybe it's like before. New information gets... or new revelations happen as soon as you press on something else and then backtrack. I think that's not very deadly important. There was nothing really to do for that. I think it must... Let's try pressing this again, because it might be that same situation. Press something later on, and then it changes something that they say when you press a previous statement again. Let's try it again. Hold it! The trust between you and your client. You provide your services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that the clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry out. Oh, I'm sorry, but I was just wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules?
A person who frames another is the worst kind of human.
And that's why you feel you can betray this person?
I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience! Who would have figured?
Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
This case just keeps getting better and better.
If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed.
Everyone understands your point, I think. Really?
In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready.
Excellent. Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. Don't you agree?
Hold it!
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida?
That person's name is...
Oh, god damn it, here it comes!
Adrian Andrews.
What? Objection! Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier! Huh?
Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What? Hot dog, this gets better. This can't be! On the phone earlier! What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. Tequila just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps.
Oh, I knew it! Objection! This is outrageous! I was deceived! This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness? You... Shelly the Killer!
You just realize what the killer is doing. Hey, it's very, very tricksy.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to win this, though. Because if I do... What Maya promised, though? God, we're in such a bad We're in such a very, very tense bit of crossroads now. Wow.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No! With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict.
He goes, beep boop, shut down.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelly the Killer is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
A suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world.
Yep. Protecting his clients. Because the truth is... the killer is following his one rule. Maintain the trust between client and himself. Dun 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 dun.
That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You want to follow her. You wanted to follow her, I say, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No! Mr. Wright!
Ah!
You know the truth! Tell them! Tell them the real story! Please, help me.
Yes, I know the truth.
Just doing that for reasons, just in case.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence?
I'm just doing this again. I'm trying to find like 8 decent points.
What am I supposed to do? Right, I'm just having a thought here. Just having a quick little thought to myself. Well, I made the obvious answer to the... Yeah, the obvious answer to the question is that, but I'm just trying to, like, figure to myself, like, with the time we've got right now, I'm wondering how much of this game do we have until we get to, like, a good cutoff point? That's the thinking.
Also, I did just do all that in the thought speak, and I didn't realize I didn't change my voice when I'm sorry. Well, yeah, the answer to this is obvious. We keep going. Because we gotta do that.
Phoenix.
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know. But Matt Ungard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Ungard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Ungard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I did this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust.
His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him. I trust my future husbando.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we'll be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But, that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. Ooh. And it's a very important job.
There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well, the trial shall continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Alright.
Has a verdict been reached?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for?
Well,
Actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
You are being sick burned across the radio waves, courtroom. Okay. About my client, part 2.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
Ho-hum.
This is a most unexpected turn of events. For the 5th time now? Is someone keeping track of this? Stenographer, are you keeping track of this? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Objection! Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
Do you think we can finish this tonight, or is there not enough time? Yeah, I'm just going by my own timing here. I reckon we could probably have this done with 1 more week, but it's just finding, like, a decent cutoff point for doing it this time around. I reckon, at the very least, we will have, like, this cross-examination period. There's only about an hour left or 2. Do you think so? Is that the truth, really? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really thinking about the time here. I really had, like, the thought or two that,
Anyway, we still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness.
I mean, it's if I have a choice here.
Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
And that makes 2 of us. And that does make 2 of us. Yeah, we are in the second testimony of the second half. But I feel like there's a little bit more body to this going on, and I reckon that we've got better time to unfortunately, like, do this at another juncture. So we're in kind of a weird spot here. So I'm thinking, when did we last save off? How long ago was that? That was before. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the save at this point, and we're going to do a rather interesting thing, and say, I know it's gonna be a very weird point to do it at before we do another round of testimonying, but I reckon, because of what my plans are for the next time I plan to stream this, what my time scale is like, I reckon next week we'll have all the time in the world to be able to finish this off. So I reckon that should be fine for us to do. So we're gonna end it at a very weird point, I know, but I think it'll make the most sense for me to do it now. And then when we'll come back, we'll have all this testimony and cross-examining to do, so we can just remind ourselves of the facts again. I reckon that is probably what we're going to have to do. And in fact, if I need to remind myself, I can always check back in my highlight that I make afterwards as well. The next room will be super... I feel like if we keep going, the next room will be super short. I mean, I could flub forever, and that's the thing as well. We'll have to wait and see in that one. But I think, for me personally, I want to do the thing, cut it off here, make this a little bit of a shorter one, and then for the next time, we will definitely finish it next week. Definitely like that. I mean, like I said, Tuesday next week, if my schedule goes properly, the next time I plan to stream this, it will be a long day. I can afford to go a little bit longer if I need to. And then again, we can fill that time. If it ends up being short next week, we can fill that time with whatever else as well. But yeah, that's my thought process. So that sounds like a plan to me. I know we're ending this at a very, very weird juncture, but we are going to end this here. Could have been a better point later, earlier on, but this is probably going to be it. Like, the best time I can think of without either going too far ahead and then probably going way overboard with it. So yeah, a little bit of a shorter one than I would do normally, but this is going to be where it all ends off. So, hi! When we come back, we continue to have a word with the killer themselves. The Killing Blow. Could be found out or done by us. I don't know, but it's going to be very interesting to find out. But as I said, today, I hope this episode has been a very, very fun time, and if it has been fun, of course, do let me know for the usual ways. But firstly, if you've missed any of this, if you're watching this in Twitchland, then have no fear. We will make a highlight for you and have it ready on the Laura Petal VOD YouTube channel in about a week's time, if I remember to do it this time. But I should be able to do so. So yeah, Laura Petal VOD is a place you can go to check out this highlight in about a week's time, and every other highlight that I've made up until this point in my Twitch journey in this, guys. So please feel free to check it out over there through that link. And if you are watching this right now in our YouTube highlight, it has been a pleasure to do this all for you, and I hope it has been fun and enjoyable for you. If you've liked what you've seen, then do let me know, of course, if you want to let me know by leaving likes and comments down below this episode to keep the metrics up and let me know that you're giving this a good old watch and enjoying it. And of course, if you are enjoying it and you want to go further with your love and support, make sure you consider to click the subscribe button and hit the bell to hopefully get push notifications for maybe the finale of this series coming up here. And all the other stuff that we get up to into your inboxes. Let's hope that YouTube actually does that as well. So yeah, do with that what you will. I appreciate it if you end up subscribing. We'd love to have you for the journey, of course. And of course, make sure you check the links in the description for the video as well, where I've got links to all my socials. The Discord link is down there too, and my Twitch link is down there as well. So feel free to check out all of those. And we'd love to see you for a Twitch stream at some point. Our usual days are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We'd love to have you if you want to come along and enjoy the good times with good games with us there. So, yep, thank you very much for that. If you decide to come along with the journey for us, we'd love to have you, of course. And that is going to be it for today's Rabble Rounds in Time in the Courtroom. Next time out, I do believe, as I said, we will have plenty of time, however long it takes, to wrap up and finish the case, thus finish the game, so that next time out we can plan ahead and get ready for the next game in the series. But that we will get to next time out. Who is going to land the killing blow? We will have to figure out when you come back for the next episode. But if that's all that that's all we're gonna do for today, I want to thank one more time all of y'all watching in Twitch land or YouTube land. Thank you very much for enjoying this video. Please say it was awesome. I hope it's been good for you. If we ever improved your day as a result of this video in any way, shape, or form, then that is lovely to hear. And I hope I get the chance to do it again for you at some point in the future. Thank you very much for tuning in. And next time out, we will get this done. And it will be a very fun time. I hope to see you then. But until next time, whatever video that may be, make sure to check out every other video I've made. If you want to catch up with the rest of the series up to this point, please feel free to do that as well. And with that said, thank you for tuning in. All of our friends, all of our new people that we may meet out there. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for watching. I love and appreciate all of y'all. Make sure to check links in the description as well. And with that said, that's gonna be it for me. Have a good night, or a good day, or a good whatever your time zone is right now. Thank you very much for watching, and take care of yourselves until next time.